I'm Dominik Maximini, and today I want to talk a little bit about Scrum Events. They are called event on purpose because meetings are very boring and not always focused. And in Scrum, we try to have fun and we try to be very focused on value and the specific outcomes we are seeking with our events. We have 5 of them. The first is the sprint itself. The second is the sprint planning. Then we have a daily scrum, a sprint review, and a sprint retrospective. The sprint is somewhat special because it's a container event. It wraps all other events. It has a maximum duration of 1 month, and everything else happens within it. Every sprint you have to deliver a working product increment. That's something. Now you start a sprint with a sprint planning. The Scrum team meets, you take input from the product backlog and you transform it in the sprint backlog to something that is actionable for the development team. So after the sprint planning, the team is good to go and they start working. Every day they do a daily scrum. The daily scrum is for the development team, for nobody else. And here the development team inspects their progress to date towards the sprint goal. And they adapt the sprint backlog depending on the dependencies, impediments, and progress they have. At the end of the sprint, everybody meets at the sprint review. And the product increment is shown to the stakeholders. That's not a demo, it's not an acceptance meeting of any sort, it's a collaborative working session. So the stakeholders should try out the product increment. They should play around with it. And that generates input. So you inspect the product increment and you adapt the product backlog. Last but not least, the Scrum team meets to do a sprint retrospective. That means they inspect their interactions, their processes, and they look on how to improve. And every sprint, at least one thing is improved. It should increase fun and it should increase focus and value creation. That's it, basically. That is a very short, very brief introduction to the Scrum events. I hope you liked it. If you want to connect and learn more, meet me on Xing or LinkedIn. Bye!